30 of the creatures stacked up there. Doug turned them all out, every one of them. You can get in here behind the sander. There we go. Just got a few snots on them here and there now. They picked up a little bit of dust or something, and just got to be rubbed down in spots with a 600 or crocus cloth, and they're out of here. That's the bottom skirts and the tops for the night tables, I think it is. That's the legs that got to be joined up yet for the end tables. And there's some that are already joined up and already squared off and everything else. Marked and ready to go into the lathe. These are coffee table. There's 72 of them there. Doug turned them all out. That's the bottoms, you see there, the holes in them. Yeah, they're for the coffee tables. Here's the lathe. You got one set up there ready to go. And when he's done, they look like those right there. And those still got the square ends on them. And I knocked the ends off as per these ones, and they're for the that's the end table ones, like the other blanks that you've seen out there. At 144 of those to turn out. And these big babies up here are for the you know, for the card tables, for the round. For the round tables. Got 18 of them, and one extra there. Make an extra of everything. I got them bottoms shaped out like that. I'm putting three Queen Anne legs on there, like, you know, 3 legs, so whatever kind of floor you put it on, it'll always be still, steady. Now they go in the lathe, and the rest of it will be turned down. Just the night tables. And this is all this is the left sides, and the next column to it is the right sides, and there's the bottom skirts, and then there's the tops and the shelves and backs and everything else for the dressers. There's all the dressers stacked up. Here's the strips for the drawers. as our old buddy Norm would say. And there's the drawer sides. And the drawer fronts. And looking back up the hallway, let's see what old grandfather looks like in the movies here. Grandfather here. Could have been in focus. Supposed to do all this shit first, but what time is it? 4:46. Grandfather was fast, or my clock isn't right. Wanted to tutter. It's 4:45. It's getting dull out. We'll just take a little walk outside here. See what's going on. I wonder who this is. I wonder who this is. Oh, it's Santa Claus and his snowman sitting up on the roof of my garage. I'll do some more of this tonight. Got the other little trees there last night. And tonight we get the rest of it. There's our limit to our snow here. Good morning! Welcome to the old Southern Workshop. You hear the fan going there in the background. From the stove that is shut off itself. A few minutes. Hopefully fully. Getting some stock ready to join up here. Drywall I'm using this morning. Fir oak, but my client wanted this made out of drywall, so that's what I'm using. This past hour trying to get Doug out of bed. Now I got him out of bed. I'm going to have to ask him to sit down and wait a few minutes. Oh. He's going to love that. Probably can't see my head. I'm bending down here, see. But you don't need to see me. I'm the cameraman and everything, all in one. Yeah, just take a chair for a minute. I'm recording here. Just be a few minutes. Just, my helper just came in here. Morning, son. You want to look down through the camera, see if I'm seeing myself? No? Okay. You can take the old glue bottle, roll right here. Works like a charm. This is about this much water in here. 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch of water. The rest is glue. Thins it down. Does two things. Rolls easier for one. And most importantly, it's a lot thinner. Therefore, when the birds glow deader. When the boards glue together, when they're on their flat or when they're on their edge, they look like one board. Not three boards glued up. And that's important not to have that. There's the fan just shut off. Just unplug the TV up there. Transformer and it's humming away too. Gluing up two. Put two in the clamps at once here. The old 3 you don't have time, the glue dries up too fast. This glue's in the clamp for 15 minutes and it sits hard as a rock. 15 minutes and 2 years makes no difference. There you go, that's done. Speed's the word here with this stuff. I don't have time to use LePages or Elmer's or anything like that. This way here I can get 6 in and out of the clamps an hour with 3 sets of clamps going. So I can turn out 6 legs, plain, turned, or not turned, trimmed, down to 2 1/4, 2 1/4. That's what Norm says. And we'll bring them over. Got your other clamps waiting here. Just pop them right in here. Get her in, get her oozed out. Again, when you're working with drywall, you gotta mark the hell out of it, even with these blocks glued onto the clamps here. It marks this stuff, so they're heavier than what they should be, so I'm not only taking the edges down, I'm taking down the sides, the flats as well. I'll just take a damn cloth here and do my table first. I don't know if you can see this. 2 of these babies just put in after Christmas. One here and one about 6 or 7 feet down the bench. Just get the majority of this glue off. Save the blades a little bit in the joiner. What I do, I glue up 6. I do what I just done here 3 times. And the ones that I take out to put the new ones in, I run them through the joiner, do the edges. At the same time Doug's on the lathe turning them. I'm joining up 6 an hour and he's turning out about 4. So we get moving right along. It just went in the sink where I had the biscuit joiner. I got a set tub put there now. I got a portable biscuit joiner. Okay, I'm going to move this clamp out of the way and we'll go over to the joiner. We'll be right back. Okay, I just shot the edges off of this. The ends off on the radio arm, so squared her up. Trim one end, I got a stop block put on there. I don't know if you can see it from there or not, but here's a hell of an idea, boy. Not only I had the spacers in here, so the sawdust drops in behind. But my stop block, normally I would bolt it right to the fence, clamp it right to the fence. Now it's about 1 inch away from the fence, and it's cut off at a 45. So when the wood butts down against it, it's just wood. I don't get a sawdust built up on the end here and cut every one a different length because of the thickness of the sawdust that I'm building up. And there's no sawdust ever accumulates along my fence because it drops right down through because there's 1/4 inch splices in there. That's what Noam says. I'm going to shoot the edges off first. The flats here. Surfaces, the faces, that's it, before I do the edges. 2 5/16 square. Got a little mark on the outboard here. When it just passes underneath that mark, I know I got her. Just throw the tape on her to make sure. Bang. That's almost ready for Doug. I square them off, the edges for him. Mark the edges for him. Take this little baby, throw around over, hit you with your finger, flip it, bang. The other side. She's marked, ready for the lathe. Time out for a commercial and we'll be right back. Working off of this template. To copy your pin. And of course the cutter. At that size, turning that at 1350 RPMs. You want to turn a little bit, Doug? On the camera? Huh? How come? Why? Camera shy. Well, howdy there. Welcome back to the old Southern Workshop here in Southern Ontario. Here's the legs, making 19 for the round tables. card tables, 36 round diameter. I got 6 sides. Is that an octagon cut here across the bottom? Put 3 little legs here, like this type of deal. So no matter how uneven the floors are, the table will always be steady with 3 legs. Is that correct? Now the thing is, fasten the legs to the table. Every second one. I got 6 sides, 3 legs. Every second one's going to get a leg. Scratch a little line in the center of this here. On every second one, mark the centers. A line about 1 inch long, about 3 or 4 inches up. You'll see why in a minute. I'm not using this square to mark that line. I'm running the side of this parallel with my cut, because this might not be perfectly straight. Like if this is off just a 32nd of an inch, by the time I get up 32 inches, it's going to be off a mile. So I'm just eyeing the edge of this here. Put here for our scratch. We'll bring this back and bang, she drops down into place. Throw my strap across here, and I got a 500-pound weight on here. Just lay it down. That way there's no ways that ain't going to pop up on me. Then I'm going to take this little gizmo here, you've seen earlier in the tape, the mill works. In the bottom here, in the router, I got mounted a dovetail bit, 7/16 dovetail. You see how this thing works a little better now with the router on here. See the flat edge of the work goes up against the fence here, and when you plunge it, out comes the router, zippo, and makes your cut. I'll plug her back in. I'll put my ears on. But I don't like the whine of that router. I'm going to cut our 3 cuts in here now. Every second one, right? On every second flat. Right down on here in the main plate, stationary plate on this millwork, there's a line scribed in it. And that's the line that we line up with the line we just scratched on there. Rock her around. I'm going to get this flat on here, if it is, and it's pretty close. Get it flat, let her rock so she sets flat on the bottom, square. I'm going to turn her on, shove her in. She's going to cut in 2 3/4 of an inch in that inlet. That's 1. Lift up on that 500-pound weight, skip 1, turn 1. It's locked in place again. Check her for square. Line up your little mark, steady her up. Pick up that 500-pound weight, skip 1, turn 1. I need 18 tables. I'm going to make 19. Like I said earlier, I like making a little extra of everything. Pick up that 500-pound weight. It's otherwise known as Doug. That's my helper. That's what class called it anyway. He came out earlier and seen me. He says, "That's Doug." Now you see on every second one, bang, 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 we got a female dovetail cut in here. I'll give you a close-up of this after. Cut right in through here. 3 of them. Okay, here's a close-up of the bottom. See the female dovetails cut in there. Now I'll cut out my legs and cut the male dovetails in them, and should just slip right up inside of here. Yeah, there's the ones we were looking at yesterday in the lathe. Ran them through the radio arm saw. First found it easier. We cut the edges off of them. My head in there, Kless? Or the cut off?
It's in there.
Okay. I'm in there too? Don't want to be missed out here, you know. It's high price shit. Stuff. Garbage, yeah. Ran them through the radio arm saw first. These were on the flats, eh? Instead of putting sawdust on the floor. Save them. Maybe little glue blocks for corners sometimes. Hot glue, yeah, hot glue. Yeah. And there's 19 of them, all turned out, all dovetailed. All I gotta do now is, these are too long right now, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, see what design I'm going to use. So when I do, I'll set one on the floor, and I'll measure up to here, minus the thickness of my top, and cut them off, eh? Don't run away.